This looks like good news. Now what have we here? Huh? Mamod Brunel Mark III. Oh, look at that. I love that it's got a slide glass. I love this very nice, easy to turn knob to blow down the boiler, but also if you get bubbles in your sight glass, just a couple of those, and you're going to take the bubbles out. This is worth gold. It feels solid. It doesn't feel anything but solid. It's got your typical butane gas tank. The gears are extremely heavy. Nice, heavy, solid steel gear, brass gears. Oh, I like this. It already comes with a Goodall valve. That piston is really, it's got some presence. So I see there's a screw here for a drain plug. So you don't have to suck it out. You can't really suck it out anyway because the steam pipe comes right through it. So yeah, you'd have to use a screwdriver for that. So I don't like that. I'd prefer something I can take out with my fingers. I'll go get a knurled thing with the same thread. And you can re-gauge the wheels. So you can run it on 32 millimeter track and 45 millimeter track. The only thing I don't really like is that it exhausts through here. Just spits it out through there. Now the interesting thing is, this is threaded. I've put a Summerlands chuffer in my Accucraft 060. This is the original blast pipe that's in, that was from that engine. But look, it's hard to do with the camera in one hand. I can screw that in there. Having screwed this in, it wiggled a bit, and I realize now it is actually a slightly different size, but I just wrap some Teflon tape around the threads and we'll see what happens. There. I cut off the top, and now hopefully the steam will go up. I'm quite happy to say there are some cross tubes in the flue. Another thing I just noticed that I like is I can take out the set screw in this gear, just loosen the set screw, slide it to the side, and right here, if I have a band and some equipment, I can use it as a stationary engine. One thing I noticed with the displacement lubricator is filling it with the anything of my syringes is really hard, and because you can't get down in there. But I remembered I have this that I use for another old engine, and I can slide that right to the bottom. Now it's full now, but just to tell you, I could fill it from the bottom, pushing the air up, so that I knew that I have a full load in there. It's very beneficial. While that's heating up, I'll just let you know it's got a slip-eccentric gear, so if you turn it this way, it sets the slip-eccentrics for that direction, and you spin it, and it should go. For the reverse, reset the slip-eccentric the other way, spin it that way, and it should go. Like any new engine, it's got to bed in. It's going to run a little rough at first, till all the gears mesh well, the whole 9 yards. That's called bedding in. So when you have a new engine, it's not going to run as well as it's going to run. But I'm really pleased with my chimney. I'm going to stop it now and go back the other way. Simple as that. Don't even have to turn off the steam. Just stop this and turn it. Off you go. Stop this. Turn it. Now if I stopped it for any length of time, I'd turn the steam off. So far, this thing is putting a huge smile on my face. Thank you, Mamod. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've now turned it around so I can see that cylinder action. That's really cool. There's quite a bit of steam coming out of the cylinder itself. This is not a load test as such. I brought out some rail cars to try, but you know, it walked away with these no problem. It won't keep going. It goes around a bit, then stops. And see, look at all this steam. It just stopped. That's a significant amount of leakage at around there. So I'm going to wrap some Teflon in around that and see what happens. So what I'm going to do now is take this Teflon tape and turn it into string and wrap it around the glands, in the glands right there. Okay, so I've done 4 complete turns, and now I'm just going to carefully put that up there and tighten it up and heat the thing back up and see if this makes any difference. Notice the lack of steam coming out around the cylinder now. It goes around now without stopping. So that improvement added quite a bit to this engine. It's coming up the hill. I'm quite pleased with it. I've run it for a while now. There's no more leak from the cylinder. It's starting to run stronger. I'm running it now with the engine in the opposite direction to allow the gears to wear in, you know, bed in that direction. I have to learn the engine, what amount of gas on is right and all that. And, you know, it's been an interesting day already of just learning. We're out of fuel. Since the last video I took, I've run this thing backwards and forwards quite a lot, refilled it a bunch. I think that 6 to 8 hours of bedding in, half one way and half the other, and this is going to smooth out real nice. In fact, I noticed it already starting to smooth out. Well, now it's time for supper. And I wouldn't want to put my fingers in that. It's really interesting that you can see the flakes of brass there. So that's the gears deburring themselves and bedding in. Some final thoughts before I let you go. Even though I ran it evenly that way and that way, it consistently liked going in this direction more. I learned a lot today. It doesn't like the burner turned up too much, like a roaring fire. That's very inefficient. There's not enough air gets up in there. Great little engine. I really love it. It gets a thumbs up.